Hi, welcome to my Bad Bank digital app. So as you can see here on the screen, we have the welcome page with the landing module as well as a little welcome note here and our picture. So I'll jump into the functionality now. We'll first start off by looking at the create account functionality, where we can go in, add our name, email address, and our password. And you can see if we hit create, it says success, and we can add another account, and that account has been captured and then transferred over to our all data page, which we'll look at a little bit later. And we also have some error functionality here. So for example, if I put in the name but no email address and put in the password, you'll see that we get an error for email. The same thing would also occur if we don't have a name but we have the email address. And then even if we have all of those things but our password isn't at least 8 characters long, we'll get an error there saying we need it to be at least 8 characters long. So that's our create account functionality. And then if we hop over to deposit, we see another card form here. And our card form component here, we're starting the user off with a balance of $100. And if we want to input a deposit amount of $50, we'll see that we get a success note and that the balance then updates to $150. We even have errors there. For example, if I put in a negative number, when we try to withdraw it on the deposit page, you'll see we get an error there for negative amount. Or if I type in something that's not a number, also get an error here for an input, so looking for a valid number. So that's our deposit page. And then looking at withdrawal, so again, starting the user off with $100. If we were to withdraw 25, and we see we get a success, and then the balance then updates to 75. We also can do, we also have errors for if we put in a negative number or put in something that's not a number, we'll get errors there. And another error that we've also added to this withdrawal page is the overdraft feature error. So we're only at $75 now. If I try to withdraw 100, I'll get an error saying I'm overdrafting an account, and that will prevent me from doing so. So that's kind of our main features here. And then the last feature that I'm working on and still having some issues with is the all data feature here. So as you can see, we're pulling in from the login, the user's name, email, and the password. And then we're also getting updates for the, and this is because I logged in twice, you'll see it here, but we're getting, for each user that's logged in, we're getting the updates on their balance. So we've only deposited once and withdrew once, but you can see that from the initial deposit, we went to $150 in the balance, so that is being recorded for the user. And then we've also withdrew 25 from the 100, so the balance of 75 was also, again, recorded a second time there. So still working on this. It's kind of one of the major challenges I've faced is trying to pull out this user context data and then put it into a card component similar to what we saw for create account and for deposit and withdrawal in order to display the banking activities on here. So while this hasn't I'm still working on this. This has been one of my main issues. Still working through it. Another issue that I'm also working through is, you can see this is running off my local host. Right now I'm having issues with NPM and Node. For some reason I don't have the build script as a part of it, so I'm trying to figure that out right now. Then looking at some of my design decisions, as you can see, we used a card feature for each and every one of these, and also for even the bad banking module and adding in these pictures. These cards all utilize form components so that I can capture the input data from each user going in and inputting their name, email address, password, or inputting how much the deposit amount and withdrawal amount is, and then how that impacts the balance overall, which we're capturing in the all data feature here. So still working through this right now, but this is my bad banking digital application, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.